Hey friend, I'm Enzo. I'm the founder of Prism, and we make the best websites and run the best ads in the game. And today I'm going to kind of walk you through a transformation we did for one of our clients for their website and their online presence. This client is a dentist or dental practice, but the principles apply for any business. Like everything we're going to walk through and talk about today, all the web design principles and functionality and thinking about how you're engineering your funnel, all of these principles apply no matter what market you're in, no matter what business you're in, it matters. So that's why at Prism, we make the best websites and apps in the games. We partner with all sorts of companies across all sorts of different sizes and markets that they serve, because these principles apply the same. Like no matter what industry you're in, you probably want to follow the best modern design principles for websites. You want to make sure that you're using great SEO practices, great AEO practices, which is answer engine optimization. And there's a lot of kind of general things that we'll go over today. So if you need help with your website, you can go in the description and click the link there and go to our website and get in contact with me. Or just leave a question if you have any questions in the comments. But with that, I'll just kind of go through and I'm going to roast this website. So this is the old website again before we went in and did any work on it. It used to be built on WordPress. And as you can see, there's a lot of glaring design issues right away. And this is the redesigned version of the website that we have. This version is we built it in Loveable, but I'm using Codex a ton on the back end to, create this behavior and design and everything like that. So, even just looking at this snapshot of the above the fold section of the hero, and the homepage of the website of the redesign versus the old one, you can see there's a massive difference in philosophies. And honestly, man, I mean, this video could be an hour long or longer than that. There's so many, it's a target rich environment. There's so many things wrong with this website that anything, I mean, I could one shot a prompt to Loveable and what it would generate would be better than this. Even just, not even from just a design perspective, but also from a back end crawlability perspective, in terms of using best SEO practices and AEO practices. This what Loveable or Replit or Veo would one shot would be way better than what this currently is. Okay, so that's the state that this client came into us and started working with. They've been in business for a long time. They're a very successful practice, but their website is really, really broken and old and outdated and messed up. And this is really the case for a lot of businesses when they first start working with us, is that they basically don't have somebody to go in and be working on their online presence every day. In reality, if you're a business owner right now, if you're a founder or you're not a founder, you own the business, you're a CEO, you need to have somebody designated who's running the online presence for your company and looking at that and only thinking about that and who's only immersed in that. Because just as my own experience, I mean, being a founder now, there's so many other issues that come up. You are spread so thin and there's really, really very few things you can really focus on. And so if the online side of your business is something that you're not in the weeds in, technically from a skill set perspective, you should have somebody either internally hire somebody who's full-time and who runs it, or work with an agency. But you need to have somebody who's thinking about this all the time, who's thinking about your funnels all the time, thinking about your ads all the time, thinking about your social media, your content, and your website. If you're a dental practice or a local business, your Google listing, your Apple listing, your Yelp listing, right? These things are super, super important, the form engineering, how you're capturing data around all of your site and your online presence. I shouldn't even have to say this, but it's the most potent competitive weapon ever in business right now. And so you just need to have somebody working on this. And when this company came to us, they clearly did not have somebody that was, I mean, look at their website. They didn't have somebody who was doing this and thinking about this every single day constantly. So right away, you can see that a lot of the elements don't fit the frame, right? Their logo is cut off here. They went for this kind of image style slider carousel. You can see that the image is super pixelated in the first frame that you see. This image is a little bit better. This one's also super pixelated. And this one is super bad. I mean, look at the contrast between this logo and the back. You can't even see, you can hardly read this. It's super hard to read. And then you have a QR code here, but if you're on a mobile device, you're not going to be able to scan the QR code. Like do not put these QR codes on your website unless you have a button here that's also like open the QR code, because if they're a mobile user and they see the QR code, they're obviously not going to be able to scan it. I mean, I guess you could in some ways you could download this and then 3D press it and then open it, but it's super clunky. Like this hero section or this slide is designed to be like, I'm looking at this on my computer. I can take out my phone and take a picture of the QR code, which is fine, but it totally, it's a breaking experience if you're on a mobile device and you just see this. You're like, what am I even supposed to do with this? And then this one is good. It's solid. The contrast is much better for the text, as you can see here, but the image is pixelated. So yeah, that's things right above, like right out of the blue. This is like really messed up. You can see here like that these are overlapping a little bit. Like this message is super it takes up a big chunk of the screen, and it just, like, when you load on their website right now, you're super overwhelmed, right? Like, think about the feeling, like you don't even know where to click or where to go, or like, and everything is overlapping and things are just not designed to be easy for you to understand, like, and know where to look. Now, like, compare and contrast that with this, right? It's way clearer. Like, there's a lot less things to focus on. There's a video going on here, sure, where you can kind of say, like, wow, this looks really cool. They have this technology. Here's what the dentist looks like. But it's really subtle. It's really in the background. Like, it's like, oh, he seems a nice guy. Seems cool. He's an iPad. He's showing me things. So you're getting all of this information, but it's really subtle. And if you want to read, okay, there's basically like 3 main things this is wanting me to do. Book an appointment, schedule a consultation, which is the same kind of thing. So this is like super emphasized, right? That's the main action we want them to take, is to book or schedule. They open the scheduling link, or to go look at the smile gallery. Those are really the only other things. Then you have like these other options up here that you, like, secondary things you might want to click, or you can scroll down. And if you scroll down, you're going to get a video from the dentist, from the founder, about why he, like, started the practice, what it means to him and everything. And look at the design. It's just design principles, right? Like, I learned this it got really ingrained in me when I was working at Apple, just like how much focus matters in design. And in the way when you're building things, how important it is to really strip things away down to their essence and be like, what's the main thing we want somebody to be thinking on and focusing on when they see this? And to not throw a million different options in their way, but to have like a few things and be very thoughtful and focused about what do we want to say here, and how do we make sure it looks great, it's really easy to understand no matter what device they're on. It's like it's super elegant and very thoughtful, like what action we want them to take on each thing, that, depending on what section they're looking at on the website. Whereas this is like, it's vomit. Like, it's literally vomit. Like, look at all this. It's all over the place. And there's so many layers to this, guys. And this is why I could keep on talking about it for hours and hours and hours. But, just from like things being crammed together to then like a typography perspective, right? You have multiple different like typography or different fonts here being used. Some are like all capitalized, some are in this like lighter gold, some are in this like darker gold, like the logo here. This is different than this font. Like, it's really, there's a lot going on. There's a lot, it's like a vomit. And it's terrible because this practice is amazing. Like, it's super high end, and this website doesn't reflect at all what the experience is like when you go inside. This website does, where it's like, wow, it's elegant, it's high tech, it's focused, it's kind of got this black and gold, luxury vibe to it. Like, it's just really focused, and we're communicating all of these things. But like here, it's the complete opposite. So again, I could talk about this for so long. And then you have like super broken typography, right? So like some things are center aligned, but then you have like it's center aligned and then it's in the middle of the page here, and then it's center aligned that's off to the right, then center aligned off to the left. Like the alignment of the text, it just kind of seems like it's all over the place. There's just kind of like these random underlines under random things. I guess it's to separate the title from the text here, but it's like super random. It seems like you're trying to like highlight de-stress, you're trying to highlight doctor or aidif. Like it doesn't, it's not thoughtful at all. The frames, like these just look like, this looks like I was in like I opened up a Word document and I just like dragged and dropped some images from online, right? Like it's got these square corner radiuses. It seems like it's just, there's not a lot of visual elements to structure everything. It's just kind of all like vomited all over the place. And this is the theme throughout this, right? It's just like super vomited out. And then you have some videos down here, which are great, but it looks ugly. Like it has like the YouTube frame, and you don't have player controls like on the YouTube player controls. So I can't like, mute this or go into full screen. You don't have any of those options. You see this here, which looks ugly. Like it just has this purple like default Google logo with 2 subscribers, and then there's the QR code problem again here. Oh my god. And then this is like brutal. I don't even know. This is some like super old WordPress widget or something like that. But like look at like the styling of these headshots is completely different from each one of these. There's no cohesive design, it's not cohesive at all. It's like the Google logo on top of this gold looks like brutal. It's really, really strange, guys. So yeah, there's a lot of issues with this. I mean, everything just looks like it's just kind of like thrown onto the page, like it just it's not cohesive at all. And there's so many different elements, there's probably like 15 different font types, variations of like the font and the case, if it's capital or lowercase, and if it's bolded or not. It's like all that variation. Do you see how like it just looks like it's vomiting, and there's no, like, it just looks like it's all stock photos. It looks really fake. It looks like a scam website. Like when you go and when you open up those like scam sites on accident, like it looks like a scam website. It looks totally different than if you were to go to like Apple Business Connect, right? Like if you go to this, look at, I just want to show you, like, this is what we're used to looking at all day, right? Like modern websites like this, it looks super clean and are super thoughtful, and it's really well, put together. The spacing is very, very, very thoughtful. Like these 2 elements are grouped together, the buttons, and these 2 elements are grouped together, and they're grouped together in this. You can see it's constructed in a very thoughtful way. Versus this, it's like, what the heck? It just looks all over the place. And so here, this is the new website, and you can see here that it's just grouped and structured in a much more clear way. And there's really only like one thing that you're focusing on, in each section. We have these before and after photos, it just, so the experience is just way, way, way more thoughtfully put together. You have all these beautiful scrolling animations too. Like it's super engaging. So there's a lot of things. I mean, we've already been recording for a long time, but like, guys, I mean, look at this. This is the about page. I mean, for a lot of businesses, the first page that someone's going to look at on your website is your about page, your about your business, or about the founder. And especially for dental practices, we see that in the data. And like, this is the first thing that you see, and it's just like, everything is just really, really fragmented. Like it just does not flow well together. It just like, I don't know how to describe it other than like, it looks like I had 5 minutes in like a PowerPoint slide or like a Word document, and I just like pasted all the information on there. Like it looks super not cohesive. As an animation there. So it's like, right? So this is about the practice. And it's just like this text. It's just so there's a lot of issues with that, right, guys? There's just many things wrong with this. This is the smile gallery. So they have a before and after. Before and then after. So you can see here it's a different behavior. It looks like it's broken. Like it doesn't. I can't see the before for it doesn't even work. Like it doesn't even work, it just doesn't even work. And so this is something that, yes, like even for me as a human, like to use, like I just want to be like, I just want to see the before photo of this. But it just shows this in it. Oh, there we go. Now I can see that. So like see how the usability is really messed up here, guys? Like it's completely different than if I go to the smile gallery here. And I just scroll it's like obvious here, like what's before and after, it just, the usability is way better. And it's like on mobile too. It's just, so you just have to be really thoughtful about these things. And I have 1,000,001 issues with the UI design of this, with the user experience design, like how the funnels, how you've thought through the funnel. And there's a lot of just pages like this. I'm like, is this going to be useful to somebody? So that's like the number one thing that I tell my clients, and that I want to like tell you, is that the best thing you can do is only add content to your website that's actually going to be super valuable to somebody on the other end, that's going to be valuable to your target customer, or your like a new patient in this case. Like if it's just there, like a lot of people, this website was so old, it was built on a lot of these strategies of like, let's keyword stuff, like let's just like build all these pages for dental bonding and for dental crowns and for all these things, and just inject them with a bunch of text so that we try to get better SEO. And it's like, this is not going to be helpful to a human. Like this would give me a nightmare, like looking at this at a page like this now, right? Like I would not want to read all this, dude. I would just ask ChatGPT, I would say scan all this and summarize it, and I would ask it questions. Like I'm not reading all of this like random. It's just a vomiting of text. It's not in the text isn't even formatted in a way that it makes it easier for me to digest and group together so I can understand it better. It's just vomited on there. And that actually worked before, like in the older SEO days, like that worked a lot, but it does not work now. Like these pages are not going to be useful to a human. And so you're not going to get good SEO results now. Like these pages aren't going to rank well. Like Google is going to rank things higher that are providing value to the end user. So if a web page, like if you create a banger blog post that shows somebody how to make $1 million in 5 minutes that actually works, like it's going to get super viral. A bunch of people are going to share that, and Google is going to rank it super high. It's going to get a bunch of organic traffic, and the flywheel is going to go like that. But if you just create all this random content that just no one's going to use, and that you saw like, oh, these keywords were hot, but you just didn't go through the effort of actually, how can we make this better? We could add real case studies of our patients who got dental crowns and show the before and after, and show, all the detail around dental crowns, like how much it costs and how long the procedure takes and what the trade-offs are and what the different types are, and showing pictures of each, and showing multiple videos, on this, and like making it more engaging, like make it actual. You can always make something more useful or more helpful to somebody. You can always iterate on that and polish and polish and polish. And so obviously it's not realistic for you to be able to do that to every little thing on your website or on your online presence or in your business. Like, it's just not feasible as a founder to be able to do that. So what you have to do is you have to place your bets very thoughtfully on what really matters to you and what's going to really move the needle and help you provide more value to your end customers and grow your business. Like, and one of the things is the website. The website is so important for you to actually be thoughtful and actually be like, how do we iterate on this and make it better and provide more value? Because we live in a global marketplace now. Like, and the way to get new customers is to give free value in a really good way. Like, be the best at giving free value. You can give, value globally. Like, any company, any information that's related to dentistry, they'd be able to share really up-to-date, really great information about this, and they should share things that are super valuable and share it in a format that's really easily digestible for somebody. Like the best YouTubers, right? The best YouTubers are the people who are able to take these super complex concepts where you have to research a bunch of different areas and whittle it down into a video that's super easy for anybody to understand and follow along with. And it takes a lot of energy to do that, to focus on something and to strip away everything that doesn't matter and to polish it into something beautiful, like in information that anybody can understand. It takes a lot of time to do that, but it's worth it. And that's just the advice I would give. Like, if you're trying to get more views on your website or get more views on your YouTube channel, or get more views on your Instagram, get more likes, get more customers from these different channels, like, that's the number one thing I would tell you, is just make your content better and more valuable to your end customer. The website, like, think of it no differently than how you would think about your Instagram page for your company or your YouTube channel for your company. Like, it should be really, really helpful and really, really valuable. If your target ideal customer lands on your website or your YouTube channel, your Instagram profile, they should know exactly where to go. They should get exactly what they need. And they should as quickly as possible, they should feel like, wow, this person helped me out so much. I want to work with them. So that's the end of my rant on that. Guys, like, as you can see, I guess I could talk about this all day. There's a lot of issues with this website. And now the player controls are different here on this page, right? And it's like, what are we even looking at here? It's just a lot, there's a lot to pull out here, right? And on the website that we have now, it's really thoughtfully done, right? It's just, there's way more breathing room so you can actually focus on what you want to look at and everything. Like, it's a lot. It's much, much better. We have these transformation stories. You can watch videos from real patients about their experience, or read about, the different things that stood out to those patients and what services they got and everything, which is an element that didn't exist at all here on their old website, besides these videos just being dumped here. So, there's just a lot of there were a lot of things we changed. We completely redid this. And what I would say is, like, yes, like, a lot of what we've been talking about is the front end design, and then making it beautiful and easy to use on any device, making sure the content that's being used is actually super valuable to your target customer. And then the third thing is designing the backend in a beautiful way. Like, that the whole website should be super easy for Google's crawlers or OpenAI's crawlers or any crawler that's trying to understand your website, to put it in a search engine, understand exactly who you are, what you do, and why people love you, and how good you are at what you do. Like, it should be super blatantly obvious to that. And you should serve it up in all these structured data formats, like all of the great reviews that you have, the stories from your patients or from your customers and what stood out to them, like, put all of this into structured data so that a crawler can go and understand it and then recommend it to one of their customers, right? So ChatGPT can understand this perfectly, understand exactly why Brandon loved going to Exquisite Dentistry for Invisalign, understand that perfectly, and then serve it up to one of ChatGPT's customers who's in the area and who's potentially going to become a new patient for Exquisite Dentistry. That's the way to think about it. So I know that I kind of like went through this in a pretty unstructured way, and I showed you, I talked about a lot of different things all over the place. But this is really how you should be thinking about this. And there's no excuses. Like, you can go into Loveable, go into Replit, go into Vercel VO, and you can make this stuff way better on your website. Like, there's no excuse to have a website that looks like this today, guys. There's no excuse. You don't need to hire a fancy company like mine to go and improve your website and not make it look like this, man. So at the very least, like, you can do these things like that I've talked about. Like, just be thoughtful about the design and how you're giving structured information to the crawlers, things like that, and you'll start getting way better results. And if you want like a tailored consultation or like a tailored analysis, again, you can go in the description and go on our website, and I'd be happy to connect up with you there and share that with you. Or you can start working with us if you want us to just run your website and online presence for you, or you have something, you know, where you've been working on it for a little bit and you want us to jump in and help with you with some things, like anything related to your website. If you have questions, I'll help you for free. I'll answer any questions you have for free. And if you want to do like a partnership, we can talk about that too. Okay. So thanks so much for watching this video. I know it was a longer one. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day and build a sexy website. I love you. I'll see you in the next video.